Hi folks, today is Wednesday, January 5th, and this is an asynchronous science video for those of you who are at home. For our class today, you're going to need a notebook and a ruler and some pennies. You'll need that all tomorrow actually. You'll also need a simulator, which is posted in Google Classroom with this video. So the plan today is to figure out, and over the next 3 days, how you can balance heavy objects with lighter objects on a seesaw. So here's our model of a seesaw. This is just a pencil with some clay on the ends. And these two pieces of clay have about the same mass, and I can balance them. But what happens if I take a lot of mass from one side and I stick it on the other end, so that now the masses are not equal at all? Well, I can still balance it, but I have to change where my finger is on the pencil. See, I can still make this balance, but it's a little bit tricky. This week we're doing a mini lab. Especially if you're remote, you're going to use the assignment called Balancing Lab Explicit Discussion, and that's going to have this slide on it, and you can use this to complete your lab. If you prefer, you can do this work in your notebook and turn in photographs. I recommend the slide. It's already part of your assignment, and you're used to filling it out. There's a question that you'll write in your hypothesis, fill in your data table, make a graph, write in your variables, and your justification and your explanation. Again, this assignment is already posted on Google Classroom and you can already access it. By the time you finish this video, you'll be able to fill in several parts. Here's where we'll start our investigation. We're going to use this simulator, which you can access on Google Classroom, and a data table like this, where we note down the mass on one side and her distance from the center, and multiply them together to figure out the work. I can use mass times distance to get work because force is mass times acceleration. But in this case, the acceleration is from gravity, and that's the same on this side as it is on this side, so we can kind of ignore it. So 30 kilograms times 3 meters gives me 90 joules of work. And on this side, 60 kilograms times 2 meters gives me 120 joules of work. And the seesaw is not balanced. In fact, the side with more joules of work is pushing down. Let's try a different setup. Let's try moving her back a little bit. Look at that. Now, 30 kilograms times 4 meters gives me 120 joules, and that is the same as over here. See, this work and this work are equal. I wonder if that's true in other cases, that when the work is equal, the seesaw balances. Let's try a different case. Instead, let's try balancing a 30 kilogram kid with an 80 kilogram person. Well, 80 kilograms times 3 meters is 240 joules. What is 30 kilograms times 4 meters? Oh, we know that. That's still 120 joules, so that's not going to balance. Maybe if we increase her distance, still doesn't work, because 30 kilograms times 6 meters, that's right, it's only 180 joules. not big enough to match that 240. However, if we put her all the way out to 8, 30 kilograms times 8 meters does equal 240 joules. And again, the work matches, so the seesaw balances. We can say that there's balance when the work is equal on both sides. The seesaw balances when work is equal on both sides. You'll need this to help you with your lab report. Make sure you write this down and that you have this data. Here's the setup for your lab. You're going to need a table and a ruler and a bunch of identical coins like pennies or quarters or even washers if you have those. You'll set up your ruler with the 30 centimeter mark on the table and the 0 centimeter mark hanging off the end. Balance the ruler so that the center of the ruler, 15 centimeters, is right on the edge of the table. Then, you've got yourself set up. What can you change about this system? Sketch the system and write down the things you can change. You can pause the video while you sketch it. One thing you'll be able to change is the number of coins that balance on the ruler. You'll have one coin on the end, and you can try to balance as many coins as you can on this side of the ruler. Another thing that will affect the system is how far the coins are from the edge of the table. One way to set up your experiment is with the independent variable as the distance from the center otherwise known as the fulcrum. Let me write that where it is. And your dependent variable would be the number of washers that balance, or coins. You should also write down the variables you need to control or keep the same. Things like the position of that coin, the position of the ruler, what the ruler is resting on, or the kind of ruler, or even the kinds of coins. Make sure they're all the same. Write down your controls. Then you can write a hypothesis and put it all together. Here's some help writing your hypothesis. The question is, how does this length, this distance from the center, called the length of the lever arm, affect how many coins you can balance with just one lonely coin? I could say that if I increase the distance, then I predict that the number of coins will increase or decrease or stay the same. And I'm going to use that data I collected on the simulator to explain. Because on the simulator, I saw that heavier objects were closer or farther away from the center. I could also say, to balance many coins with few coins, I will increase the distance or decrease the distance. And if I decrease the distance from the center, Then finish that sentence. Take a minute now and write that into your notebook. Write that hypothesis into your notebook. Congratulations, you've completed today's lesson. You have homework. Complete the reading about machines on CK12, and then look at how much progress you've made on your lab report. You wrote out a question and a hypothesis, and you sketched the setup. You even figured out your variables. Tomorrow, you're going to collect your data and make your graph. You'll even be able to write a claim with evidence. Friday, we will work on the reasoning. I hope everybody's well. Please be in touch if you have questions. Bye-bye.